Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are doing John Marston and Abigail sharing you, the gender neutral listener, a little bit non gender neutral at the end of the video. But these are the headcanons for Abigail and John, who are Yandere for you and sharing you in this. Now, let's get on to business. Disclaimer: Abigail and John Marston are not Yandere in canon. This is just for fun and not to be taken seriously at all. Simping for fictional characters and Yanderes is fine. Just do not be illegal or gross about it. You know who you are. Those are like child touchers, animal frickers, and also people that do the big bad R word. You do any of those three things, you're a dirty flaky biscuit, because I cannot call you what I actually want to call you because of YouTube guidelines. Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life. Also, remember to separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon and all that good stuff. And let's do this. Thank you. Now they both are in. Now they are both one of the healthiest relationships in the Red Dead series. They love each other, and once married, they are both pretty loyal to each other. Abigail and John have had their issues in the past, of course, where John thought, for example, for when John thought his son Jack was not actually his son. Of course, Abigail hated when John would say this, and how John would not accept their son as his son. But there was one thing that Abigail and John could always agree on, even before they were married, and that was that they were both in love with you. Your name, last name. You are their darling. They both were indeed in love with you and wanted you to be their darling and their darling alone. They would agree that they were the best for you and that they were going to be the best option for you, and they were going to be your only option. John, of course, would be the more protective of the two, although they are both very overprotective naturally of you. He is the one to keeping you out of dangerous situations and willing to put his life on the line for you and go pew pew on anyone that dares to harm you. He is the type of man who would not let anyone put their hands on you, but if they were a female who harmed you, he would not pew pew them. Of course, instead, he would deal with them a different way. Abigail did not give two fricks if they were a man or a woman. And she would frick up any a man or woman that put their hands on you, sometimes so much that John has to hold her back. They both do not want you sleeping around with any other man or woman or anything else, to be for that matter, such as a non-binary, and anyone other, basically does not want you with anyone other than the two of them. So they do their best to make sure you are not sleeping around with anyone at all. If sorry, I read the wrong thing. One sec. Where was it? Where was it? There we are. This and this includes them isolating you from the other gang members, stalking you, and also breaking up any of the flirting you do in the saloons. You did not need to be doing all that when you had them. When you had the two of them. Sorry, it did not save for some reason. Thank you. They would both make sure to do their best at keeping you at the camp at all time or any of the other camps that they go to. They do their best to keep you busy. So, and if you do go in town to make money with stealing, not stealing, scamming, and or what have you can bet that John is being very overprotective of you during this. For example, if you were a person that wanted to sell your body for the monies and such, he would make sure to break things up before it got to the devil tangos part of it happening. If you know what I mean, the wham bam, thank you ma'am type of thing. And he would make sure no one could get too handsy with you. Of course, he would make sure you got your money's worth, even though you did not do much. Acting like he was an angry. I can't think of a word. Make sure he's your angry handler, but starts with a P and ends with the word imp. Anyways, anyways, Anyone who that tried to fight him or on this or would try to get too handsy with you would get a pew pew in their mouth and a pew pew bullet in their brains, if you know what I'm saying. Abigail is one of the more strict of the two when it comes with you. John could be considered the fun yandere and fun partner that let you get away with more things. But Abigail, she was very strict. So, like, John would be up for you going train robbing with him and such. But Abigail is scolding you when you are far too reckless and making sure to keep your nose clean and stay out of too much trouble. They would both not tolerate rivals at all, though. Abigail is the one to deal with female rivals for the most part. She is more than willing to put them in their place. Sorry, I feel like I have an accent coming on. If I don't know why, but anytime I do Wild West or Southern characters, I just get an accent. So I apologize if you get distracted by that. Anyways, let's do this. John deals with the men, and man, oh man, does he beat the ever living poo out of any man that gets too close to trying to steal you away from them. He makes sure that it is clear that you are taken and you belong to them and them alone, and no one else is allowed to be with you but him and Abigail. John and Abigail are always loyal yanderes to the core, and as loyal as they come, as they knew when they met you, they would want you to be their spouse as well, and for them to be your spouses. When John proposed to Abigail, he proposed to you as well, and made sure that both of you would be marrying him and that they both would be marrying you as well. It is a three-way marriage for sure. Indeed, they would not let you have a choice in the matter. Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking like this. Forgive me. They confess to you, and the same day John proposed to you, that is when they fully laid out their feelings for you. If you said yes and accepted their love and the marriage proposal, then it would be so much easier for you in the long run at least. If you turned down their love and said no, it did not matter to them at all. You would have been forced to marry them and be their spouse, and they would never allow you to be away from them ever again. I don't know what this accent is. I forget. Lol. In the end, you adjusted to their love, and they would have you in their life for better or worse, or in sickness and in health. Sadly, John, Michelle. Sadly, John. Sad, Sadly, John does not stay with you and Abigail. The heathen he is. Sorry, phone, shush. I don't need updates about apps. Anyways, sadly, John does not stay with you and Abigail. But he does say goodbye to you, and he is honest with you about what he wants, but that he would always love you and Abigail, and of course, his son Jack. Line. I can't say that on YouTube. Anyways, but you stay with Abigail mostly out of guilt because her husband left her with their son, with his and her son, and you have been sort of a co parent to Jack, and you step up as the co parent to parent Jack as be the parent that Jack needs in his life. John never stops in his obsessive love for you and comes to his senses to win you and Abigail back. In the end, you three live a happy life and become a stronger thruple. Yes, a three-way date like a couple, but a thruple together. May you have been willing or at first or not, you have accepted their love, and now you are loyal to them as they are your husband and wife, and you are their spouse. Hell, side note, if you have a uterus, you might have ended up at some point pregante with Jack's child, and if you have a pipe, a pickle between your legs, you might have been the father to children with Abigail. That's if what equipment you have. There was no birth control back in this time, so it's very likely. Anyways, It was the Wild West, and you could have easily have become a parent to one of them, and with Michelle, focus. With the biological children you could have conceived, expanding your family unit, and you had with your Yandere partners and your stepchild, Jack Marston. Either way, you now live your days on the ranch with your yandere husband and wife, and all the while you wonder what would it have been like if you ran away in the dead of night. Anyways, sorry for being a little bit loud on that. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see another one, comment below whether you'd like to see Michelle stop the freaking accents. You are unhinged. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed. If you would like to see more, sorry, I don't know why I just kept falling into various accents. I apologize. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, all that good stuff. If there, hell, I have an idea. Would you like to see Dutch and Arthur being rivals for the listener? Would you like them to be rivals for the a gender neutral listener, Arthur and Dutch? Comment below if you would like to see that. Anyways, Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Thank you, Pumpkin Toffee, for being my newest patron in the Witches, Warlocks, Sorceress tier. I appreciate you. Thank you, Pumpkin Toffee. And thank you, Gav, for being my original and first Patreon. I appreciate you as well, and I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it, and all that good stuff. And all that good stuff, there will be another vote on the Patreon for my patrons to vote what Red Dead Redemption I do next, because that's what they've been wanting, and that's what they get for votes. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed, and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro, a baseball bat. Welcome to the secret outro, and the secret outro question of the day is: would you want to be the spouse of John and Abigail, them sharing you? Yes or no? My answer is a hell to the yes. They are one of the best couples, like I said, in the Red Dead series. And would you smash them in a threesome? Hell yes, smash, smash, not a pass. It's a smash. Would you smash or pass that? I would definitely smash. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed, and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye.